the Audi R8 LMS all started from an idea to innovate. We took a look at our industry's trends and began to study the market. What we noticed was that we had a continued growth of scale platforms from rock racers, crawlers, short course trucks, but even more importantly, even the on-road team has been growing with F1 and even the VTA classes. So it seems as if the industry has gone full circle and we're back to our roots with scale racing, similar to the 80s. So that's when the philosophy and the message of our next product came from. We asked ourselves if we can go back to the start of the industry, but bring all of today's knowledge and technology, what will we design? Ultimately, we decided that a 6-scale LMS vehicle would be Losi's next bold move. Next, we started to look deep into our existing product to distinguish areas to improve. This is where we noticed things like the hassle of taking off your body on and off every time you need to change your battery, and how rarely you ever need to take off your body for any other reason. So we decided to make the Audi as efficient to work on with the body on. This led to the bottom loading trays, pivot ball suspension that allows you to adjust the camber and toe from the outside of the body. With new ideas on the board, we began design. And again, we set out to be as efficient and as simple as possible. This is when you'll notice simple but impactful things, such as the knuckles, the gearboxes, main braces, and other components are the same front and rear. Our motor mount has pre-drilled labeled holes to make the work of setting your gear mesh easy, and it also keeps the motor from shifting. It's design cues like these that make the Audi R8 LMS platform simple and efficient. And when design is simple and efficient, it equals to less headaches and less money to spend for the user. During design, quality and durability was our next focus of attention. We understand that everything will break, but our job is to make sure that if it does, the impact warrants the failure. Using our software, we simulate the flex points of the parts to predict their breaking points. Also, we can simulate them being molded to try and find any imperfections and or ways to make the part more durable by just changing its molding process. But we don't stop at the theory end of development. We make sure to prove our theory by testing the vehicles in ways majority of the consumers won't even dare. Working alongside our engineers, using tools to determine materials, manufacturing processes, tolerances was crucial to make the Audi R8 LMS as strong as possible. During testing, we understood that one of the greatest obstacles to overcome was the motor and ESC combo. Dropping an 8-scale system was far too small, and even the few large-scale systems that are available wouldn't survive our long-term testing. We had a few simulations and calculations of the type of power that we would need, and also the reliability concerns. And that's when Dan and my team got involved and began development of a new 160 amp ESC and a 1200 kV brushless system. After about 8 months of testing and development, we have developed a system that works a fraction of its capabilities during the toughest circumstances. Now that we have a strong platform with huge power, we knew we couldn't slack off when it came to the aesthetics. Keeping our original scale racing goals in mind, we wanted something that would make a statement. We decided to do an Audi R8 since it was a vehicle that's well known worldwide in the street and in racing industries. When designing, we make sure to include key visual and performance features such as the front splitter, the rear diffuser, and even the rear spoiler. But we also wanted to include the minor details besides decals that elevated the realism, such as mirrors, exhaust, the front grille, and everything's finished off with a fully licensed WRT racing scheme. Any racer of any sport will tell you that tires is a majority of where the performance and handling of a vehicle come from. So developing the Circuit F6 tire was a high priority. See, most rubber tires actually balloon as the RPM increases. This is something that it severely affects the performance and handling negatively. So we solved the problem by molding belts into the tires to prevent them from expanding. Then we moved to tire compounds. We tested different compounds and surfaces to make sure we found the balance between performance and wear. We wrapped the tires over the race wheel with an injection molding metal wheel heads to make sure the wheel wouldn't strip. Working our way back, the flow of power, we included an all-metal drivetrain, but in order to bleed that power to the ground, we also included 3 differentials with our torque vectoring technology. This differential acts similar to a real-life performance differential. To whereas one wheel gets too much power and starts to diff out, the friction of the plates and the fluid flow will restrict it and transfer over the power to the other side. So with the strong power system, solid drivetrain, VTV diffs, and performance tires, we made sure the suspension was next. And we included fully adjustable 18mm bore shocks with machined pistons and bushings, sway bars, adjustable droop, camber, toe, and so many other features so you can dial the car in just like the real car. The last and final feature we cannot go without is ABC. You can now have confidence that you can stab the throttle and not even touch the steering wheel to get the car from the start to the finish line. But that's not it. You can still utilize AVC on a set course to help you go through the corner knowing the vehicle's always thinking for you, making counter steer corrections so you stay on the perfect race line. Once we saw the full production car on the table, we knew we hit all our original set goals. We successfully developed a product that was a hybrid of old and new. We took the old heritage of Losi and scale racing with all the new technologies such as electronics, batteries, AVC, and developed a platform that was a blast to drive, durable, efficient, and it makes a statement. It's a vehicle I think racers can appreciate, but ultimately the weekend basher or hobbyist can have a blast with. And ultimately, that's what makes this hobby great.